Welcome my fellow citizens. Since Star Citizen 4.9, Size 3 guns got a lot nerfed, especially the Deadbolts. The Deadbolts are very viable option for our beautiful Asgard behind me. So in today's video, we're gonna go through which weapons are now best to use on Asgard. Let's have fun, citizens. So I have here my best in show Asgard, and this is currently the best build if you want to use cannons on this ship. M5A Cannons, and down for the co-pilot I have put 84Bs. Down you can put any ballistic weapons, just so you have more firepower for the cannons upstairs. You can put also Deadbolt size 4 or even breaknecks, whatever you like. I think these M5As are more than enough to break a lot of armors because they have 460 DPS. The Deadbolts sadly are now half of that. So if you maybe want to use Deadbolts, you can put 2 Deadbolts here so you can deal better with the armor once the shield drops down, but I think this build is much better like this. So now we're gonna jump inside and test it. Before we just do that, if you want to run this ship with repeaters, the best repeaters for this ship are of course attritions, or even better ardors, because with these guns you can fight every ship until the size of Corsair and Connie. So you can kill Connie and Corsair, but above that you cannot. So I think definitely this ship needs a little bit better weapons, because it's a great ship, but sadly you do not have such a huge diversity as you had before. Now you go either M5A Cannons, Deadbolts for the half of that firepower, or if you want repeaters you go with the attritions. Maybe even NDBs, but I think attritions are better. If this is your first time meeting Asgard, Asgard is one of the best ships in the game for doing almost everything. Just look at the size of this cargo. This is normally a ship in which you drive other ships, but this Asgard is amazing for cargo delivery, pretty much using whatever you like. The big downside of this ship is of course a lot of coolers, so you have to have 3 coolers. So to counter that, I'm using stealth coolers. Now some of my friends were testing and said that the civilian components, even on one pipe, are better than this one. So if you have problems with the stealth components, just use civilian grade A coolers and that will be helpful. For the shields, I recommend using any military shield, or if you want a little bit more regeneration but you don't have FR76 shields, I recommend using civilian grade A. Power plant, of course, any military power plant will be sufficient for this ship, but also, as I said, civilian are a great way to go. You can buy all this stuff on Orson. So let's see the power of this ship. Let's turn it on. It lacks power to push everything to top, so you'll have to sacrifice some firepower from other vital areas and put it here. So I like to remove some pips like this from the coolers, and I think this will be sufficient. And then we're gonna add that to the shield. That's it. So now my ship is really good for doing everything. So using stealth coolers is great. So one of the reasons why I really like Asgard is veto. This ship has one of the best vetoes in the game, and I couldn't love it more. And somehow this chunky body makes it really good and awesome ship. I have a lot of videos about Asgards, and yeah, it's still today one of the favorite ships in the game for me. I'm especially looking forward to the new chrome paint that we're gonna get with next week with that monthly patch build. Stay tuned for that video. I'm gonna test it for sure. Alright, let's take our beauty into the fight and see how does it behave with M5 cannons. One cool tip: if you do not want to wait for the weapons to load, you should put a lot of pips in the weapons while you are in the nav mode. So that's a cool tip to avoid this waiting. If you're wondering which paint is this is the best in show paint. You could actually get it a few days ago. I don't know if it's still on. Please check on CIG webpage. Just standing there. Well, let's waste the small ones first while they're standing. I mean, the only downside of these weapons, the sound is very bad. They are very powerful laser cannons, they just need to fix the sound. Yeah, they're just standing there like stupid. Okay, finally. He's teleporting now. Oh my god, the game is really broken, guys. Can't even show you how this works properly. There's our Connie. I mean, we are melting shield very fast. Ships just stop shooting. It's the teleportation device that they have. I want one. I want one too, 100%. This could be such a cool fight for me to show you how this works, but sadly, yeah, the game is broken. But at least we get the pay and money. I don't know. If you want to farm some money and some scripts, it's a best way to do it now until the CIG fixes this. I hope that 4.10 will fix it. We shall see. In fact, I could do one thing. I could just jump in 4.10 on PTU and set up this ship same as here, and we're gonna test it there. Let's try to do that. Alright, my fellow citizens, now we are back on PTU, and so far here I have much better FPS. The game is much more stable. I hope that the PTU will be better than it is right now in live, because I had a really nasty experience. So okay, we're gonna go, we are now in Hurston, and test this in a fight. I think I do not have the big missions, but I'm gonna find any mission. I just want to see how actually good this thing is. And this paint also is really nice for this ship, one of my favorites. This is the paint that you get from the blades. Sadly, you cannot buy them anymore for the real money. You can only buy it on gray markets, but I would hold on. Probably CIG will add it in the future in a month or two again. So hold your fingers if you like this paint. Oh, I just remembered that we have these new missions, so we're gonna have a lot of good enemies. Oh, we have the ambush. Okay, okay. I like this mission. Here we are. It's still raining in space for some reason. Damn, Asgard looks nice, guys. I hope that the Hammerhead doesn't spawn and I have to kill Hammerhead. Yeah, this paint suits it really nicely. So while we wait, let's talk about other builds. If you want to use attritions, you will be a little bit faster in shooting and you will have much more bullets inside of the guns. So definitely try the attritions too, if you want to kill ships until the size of Connie. Above that, it's just waste of time, you cannot do any damage. But with these M5A cannons, you have a shot against even bigger ships. Will he realize that I'm here and fight me? Oh yes, nice. Finally. Oh my god. Job done. Ooh. Let's get his friends. With the blades, definitely you have an edge over this ship of the same size. It's trying to escape now.
Shield is going down. He's red too. Need to recuperate some guns. Gonna come a little bit closer. Oh, the armor is good. Love the armor on this ship. Bye bye. Yeah, they can do a thing against this ship. This is why this ship is great. Huge armor. I think this Cutlass is 2 times stronger when NPC is flying it than when players are flying it. Just abnormally take a lot of damage. Finally. What the? Oh my god, he broke my armor. Fucking asshole. Look at this. I'm broken, I have to run. That's a way to break the armor of the ship. But anyway, you have seen the power of these guns. Since this ship has a great armor, you don't have to run away immediately from the smaller ships. And if you have M5A cannons, you are definitely up to the challenge to fight with the bigger ships. If you, however, decide to use attritions or NDBs, you will still be able to deal a lot of damage, but not to the bigger ships. So write me down in the comments what is your favorite build for this ship in 4.9. I definitely am switching to these cannons and I'm gonna use them until we get something better. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Until next video, have fun out there, my fellow citizens.